Hey everyone, happy Friday. Hope you've had a good week. Don't worry if you've missed anything, because we're going over it all in this week's episode of Forbes Flash. A Forbes analysis of the latest campaign filings reveals that Donald Trump has shifted $1.3 million of his campaign donor money into his business. Although outsiders have contributed more than $50 million to the reelection campaign, the billionaire president hasn't handed over any of his own cash. At the end of last year, Forbes reported on the first $1.1 million that Trump moved from his campaign into his business. Since then, his campaign filed additional documentation showing that it spent another $180,000 at Trump-owned properties in the final 3 months of 2018. Before he was elected, he did spend $50 million of his own money from April 2015 to June 2016, but once he was officially named the Republican nominee for president, his financing model changed. From July to November of 2016, outsiders contributed $234 million, while Trump put up just $16 million. Once he became president, the campaign put up more than $800,000 into Trump Tower Commercial LLC, the holding company through which Trump owns his interest in the original Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue. Trump Tower Commercial LLC took in an additional $225,000 in rent from the Republican National Committee, which coordinated those payments with the campaign. That means that since the inauguration, Trump's re-election effort has had a hand in funneling more than $1 million into the president's most famous property. After a year in the making, the $71.3 billion mega merger between Disney and 21st Century Fox became official Wednesday morning. The deal is a huge move for Disney, giving them access to new assets, including the 20th Century Fox film and TV studios, an additional 30% stake in Hulu, cable channels FX, and National Geographic, and Indian media conglomerate Star India. For Fox, it means a new company, Fox Corporation, which includes Fox News Channel and Fox's broadcast network. For Rupert Murdoch, the founder of 21st Century Fox, who ran the company for 39 years, the media mogul was already a billionaire. But just 12 hours after the deal was official on Wednesday, his estimated fortune escalated to $18.4 billion, which is $4.3 billion more than he was worth the day before Fox and Disney first announced the deal, back in December 2017. Murdoch's 39% stake of the new Fox Corporation is worth $4.2 billion, and assuming he took all stock from the Disney deal, he now owns $10.5 billion worth of Disney stock. The upcoming tech IPO boom is coming, which will bring a wave of newly minted millionaires and produce a potential $230 billion market windfall. 6 future IPOs and the reported market valuations of their companies are Uber at $120 billion, Lyft at $15 billion, Palantir at $41 billion, Airbnb at $31 billion, Slack at $7 billion, Pinterest at $12 billion, and Postmates at $2 billion. Of those, so far only Lyft has filed publicly for an IPO, while Postmates, Pinterest, Uber, and Slack are reported to have confidentially filed. Palantir and Airbnb could be expected for later in 2019. Based on those 6 companies alone, Andy Rachleff, Silicon Valley expert, roughly estimates that the top tech IPOs will create about 6,000 millionaires. Although it's a rough estimate, it's an indication of magnitude rather than the precise number. In other words, the number of millionaires is likely to be in the single-digit thousands, not hundreds of thousands. It will be interesting to see if the unusual rush of IPOs and their concentration in the San Francisco Bay Area will affect housing prices. A lot of news in the VC world this week. Serena Williams will join 30 Under 30 alum Whitney Wolfe Herd as an investor and active member of the Bumble Fund. Serena Ventures, Williams' own fund, has invested in upwards of 30 companies by focusing on underrepresented founders or problems, empowering creativity or empowering oneself, and future technology. Global advisor to Bumble, Serena Williams says, "I am passionate about building on this progress and opening doors for women of all backgrounds, especially women of color, to share this message and trust in their potential to accomplish great things. By joining forces with the Bumble Fund, we'll continue amplifying female entrepreneurs and creating a place for them to personally and professionally champion their growth." All right, what a week. Thanks for tuning in to hear about some of the biggest stories here on Forbes Flash. We'll be back next week.